Welcome to Trial by Wine. We take a closer look at crimes that highlight how fascinating humans can be. Schmitty, Swanee and Clarky visit crimes and run them through their jury of three, debating both sides of the case to agree an appropriate, if totally fictitious, sentence. Please be advised, Trial by Wine may include explicit or disturbing content and will include drunken rambling. Listener discretion is advised. All right, how are we?
Very well.
Very well too.
Doing a back-to-back. Swanee was just off air laughing at me because I'm wearing a big fluffy hat because it's freezing, and we've all
I don't
put on our
think big
buffers.
fluffy hat is a description
She
that
looks
even
like
comes close
Nikita.
to what is going on.
Yes,
you
it's
look
my
like
Russian
you've
hat.
got your big rusky kind
It
of
is. It's a
fur.
shearling. It's a shearling
Yeah.
lamb's wool on the inside with a. I don't know what it
Minky
is.
kind.
No, I don't think it's mink. It might be
Rabbit?
rabbit. I think rabbit fur
yeah.
cuff, if you like, but big thick one. So it's very Russian.
It's a serious hat for
Cold weather.
a woman who's walking around with a big fur coat and a matching hat on in the snow. It's very Dr. Zhivago.
It is very Dr. Zhivago. Yes, it is. But it's also very warm, which is what I needed because I'm freezing cold right now.
It's not giving Bunbury vibes, though. I'll give you that one.
Sunbury.
Sunbury, sorry, yeah.
I don't live in
Well
Bunbury.
done.
I know
Yes.
I've got Bunbury. I've got Bunbury because it's just down the
Yes.
Perth, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I'm in the sunny part, not the bunny part.
I've
Right.
got another girlfriend who lives at Sunbury-on-Thames, actually, in the UK.
Indeed. That's
Spelled
what this
differently or the
is.
same?
I think it's the same, but I believe that
It's what you're named
it might
after,
be
is
what
it?
we're named after, yes.
That
yes.
makes sense, yeah.
There was a lord and
There you
lady
go.
who
Never-
came here.
never
They
made
weren't
that
Lord and
connection
Lady
until just then.
Sunbury, but I think they might have come from Sunbury-on-Thames, and so I think that's the house that the Ashes were, the Ashes, of
Ravenswood.
the cricket fame.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think they're the
Oh, right.
aristocratic types who started the Ashes thing. Yep. Anywho, any news in the last 5 minutes apart from getting changed, getting warmer?
There is something I'd like to share because I saw
Yeah.
it,
Oh.
a couple of days ago. So obviously the world is going mental in a political sense. Like it's just
world's
off its
gone mad.
chops.
Absolutely, yes.
Anyway, so Barnaby Joyce was being interviewed the other day.
Oh, is this about a dog?
Yes.
No, I don't
And
know
he's
it.
trying
you need to tell
he's
me?
trying to put this serious, compassionate kind of voice on, and then there's a dog barking, and he goes, "Fucking shut up," or something like that at the dog, and he looks back at the camera and goes, "Oh, sorry, it was the dog," as if what he's just said was in any way appropriate or able to be disconnected from the interview he's about to do. It's completely mental.
My husband Tony today made some reference about Barnaby Joyce, and I was like, "Yeah, fucked hard." And he's like, I can't remember what he was saying. He said, "But he was the Country Party. He was the Nationals, or he was whatever." And then he was, and I said, "Yeah, he's just bounced around to every party, and now he's One Nation. I mean, do you need to know anything else? He's in the One
Honestly,
Nation Party.
Fine.
It's where you go when you can't fit in anywhere else." But no, I'll have to look up the.
It's
Barnaby
just
talking to the
happened
dog.
because I know exactly what it refers to, but I haven't watched the footage. So my understanding is he's in an interview with the woman who does the 7:30 report, whose name escapes me. It looks like that's who's interviewing him. And mid-interview, he looks off screen and he's, as you say, he screams at a dog or something like that. But then
It's nowhere near
what I
as
was reading
cute
was
as
saying,
the man in COVID with the babies coming in,
no, it's not like that. It's just some
There is
nasty moment.
unhinged kind of, he's going nuts. You'll be able to find it probably quite easily.
I'm
having a look.
sure. It'll probably pop up on a reel within 2 hours, depending on my algorithm.
Well, that's how I must have seen it.
There's plenty of it. I'm
There
just
you
trying
go.
to find one that's easy.
Sit down. Australian MP yells at dog, then snaps at presenter.
You're
Oh, hang on.
defending your leader, but are you really comfortable with where she is taking you?
Sit down! Sorry, it's a dog.
So,
What sort of dog could it be to warrant that?
so the question he was asked was, "Are you really comfortable with where she is taking you?" About Pauline Hanson and One Nation, and he goes, "Sit down." And then, sorry. As if now anything he says has got any credibility.
Say that to her, to the oh my God, that is so funny. Oh, that is so ill-timed, but it's so amusing. Are you talking to me? No, I'm talking to
Oh
the
my
dog.
God. The thing that I find the most outrageous is, did you know Barnaby Joyce is only 59?
Yes, he looks.
He Yes, he looks like
He
shit.
doesn't look very good. He's rode hard, put away wet. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's the first I've heard it.
Sit
so
down.
It was,
It's
it's so perfect. Are you really happy to defend her? Sit down. I was talking to the dog.
He's
Yeah.
He's going absolutely nuts.
course
And
it
it's like,
will.
what sort of dog was it? What was it doing? Was it going to eat you the way you said it? Like, I can't imagine you speaking to
humping
Kipling or
his
me saying,
leg.
Peter, whatever else going, sit down. Like, it was just like so aggressive. It's like it's
not
about
in
to
that-
kill you or something.
Certainly
No,
not in
that tone.
Well, not in that
No.
situation. You'd be like, even if it was humping your leg, you'd be like giving it the shake off. You'd be trying to just sit down, darling.
How's
Sorry,
the
dog's annoying me.
self-awareness?
That is so
I'm
funny.
on national TV in this day and age where anything will go viral, and I'll do that.
I love it. That's just a
So
corker.
good. Anyway,
Oh my God. Thank you for that. I haven't laughed that hard in weeks. Right. I suppose we should introduce ourselves. I'm Schmitty.
I'm Swanee.
and I'm Clarky, and together we are
Trial
by.
What? And what are we drinking? Are you still having that lovely Halden Chardonnay?
We are indeed, yes.
Beautiful.
Delicious.
And Swanee, I thought you were cracking something posh. You were.
I've cracked open a bottle of San Pellegrino because I found it.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy Gant's fancy pants.
I thought we'd run out of it,
I
but then I
can't
opened
believe
it.
you've run out of it. You've been away for 3 weeks and you bought something like 75,000 bottles for that
I know,
party.
but I thought they were all gone for some reason. Then I opened a cupboard up yesterday or whatever else, because something else had been moved, and there was a whole heap of them in there.
Well
Stores.
hidden.
You found the stores.
I probably hid them from myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's only water.
There's a
It's
whole-
all right. You can drink it. Yeah.
Excellent. I'm just worried it's too cold to drink that much water. But anyway, let's see how I go.
I am on another Vodka Cruiser Zero Sugar Mango Chutney.
Nice.
Mango chutts.
Nice.
Now, Clarky,
Yes.
you left us in the last episode a bit sad, really, for poor old Stephen.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I didn't
Stephen
even
Stayner.
make any jokes about Dennis as a name, because I mean it was the 70s or 80s, but Dennis. That was, and I suppose that's just another of life's kicks to him. That not only was
He
he
moved his name.
renamed, but they changed it to Dennis.
Dennis. Yeah.
So continue this story because I feel like it's going to get worse.
Okay, well, I shall. I have different sources this week, so let me tell
Okay.
you those. So my sources this week are Wikipedia, All That's Interesting, The Mercury News, People.com, and StrangeOutdoors.com. So last week we discussed the story of the abduction and abuse of Stephen Stayner
Poor bugger.
at the hands of all-round shit bloke Kenneth Parnell.
Kenneth.
Yeah.
You'll recall that Stephen later escaped and was reunited with his family before dying young in a car crash.
Only for more shit.
Very
to happen
sad.
to him. Yeah.
Yes. So today I'm going to tell you the story of his elder brother, Cary. So remember, this is a story of crimes of two brothers, two very separate
Mm.
crimes, obviously. Stephen's a very sad story. Cary's somewhat different. So Cary Stayner was born on August the 13th, 1961, the first of 5 children born to Delbert and Kay Stayner
Mm-hmm.
in Merced, California, which you now know is correct pronunciation.
Yes, yes.
gosh,
the
the
things you
internet's
can do in the
helpful.
5-minute break. Do a pronunciation
So
guide.
61. Oh, he's not that old.
I just wonder if one day I will learn to do that before I record an episode instead of fumbling my way through it.
Look,
anyway,
I have
probably
done
not.
it and I still get it wrong, so don't worry.
Yeah, that's fair. So Cary had 3 sisters and a younger brother, Stephen, who was abducted when Corey was 11.
What about Cary?
Okay.
Correct. And Swanee, here I am.
Swat. Here we go. Here,
Oh, my dear.
there we go. That's
Yes.
a
There we
total
have
Swanee
it.
thing to do.
Yeah,
Perfect.
you know, in the previous story, I think I had it written like that maybe 2 or 3 times, and I managed to overcome it.
Yep.
Yeah, this time,
Never mind.
here we go.
You've succumbed.
Correct. Yes. So yeah, Cary was 11 when Stephen
Little
was
Stevie
abducted.
taken. Poor little Stevie.
And yeah, then he was so Stephen was 14.
Sorry, what? Steve was 14
Stephen
when he
was
came
14
back,
when
right?
he came back, and Cary
Stephen
was
was 7.
18. Yes.
So it's only 4 years between them and there's 3 daughters in between them as well.
I mean, there's no TV.
True. It's just bang, bang, bang. But
Maybe
okay.
lots of power outages in the salad bowl.
Look, I'm not judging. I'm just surprised. 5 under 4
Fruit
is
bowl,
a
salad
lot,
bowl.
right?
Yeah. It's not a very good salad bowl if it's got power outages. It's not going to last.
Was that a salad bowl in the freezer? That was the name of that episode. It should have been a freezer in the salad bowl. But anyway.
What about Fruit Salad Granny or whatever that song is that you like to sing?
Poke Salad Annie.
Fruit Salad Granny.
Poke Salad Annie. Gator got your granny. You don't know it. You still don't know it. Unbelievable. It does have granny in it. So, yeah, because it's a good rhyme for Annie. Yes.
I wanted to send you yesterday because I thought I could probably find it. It was, have you seen all those Andrew Tate memes of them mocking what he was wearing?
It's just beautiful, yes.
I love it. But the best one was like the opening Chicago. It was like the choreography. And it had him like doing it. I'll find it downstairs. She was like, I know who would appreciate that one.
My Lord, the whole outfit. Then some guy in a suit comes up and he looks like he's giving him a hug, but apparently he was taking his jewelry off or something. But it was all very odd. Anyway, that hasn't gone to trial, but boy, do I hope they get their comeuppance.
Okay, how
They had it coming.
They
had it coming.
Yeah. There you go. Well, there you go. Look at that. I was like, that was so musical. I was like, oh, Schmitty and her musical theatre.
You're going to send that to me. I'll watch that later.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you. My goodness. Yes, this episode is being recorded hot on the heels of the Andrew Tate. And is it Tristan Tate?
Yes.
Arrests. Yeah.
Yep, shame that.
In the purple shiny
and the
shirt.
shiny shirt.
Chino,
and the
capri
chinos,
pants.
capri
The
pants,
capri
and the
pants.
little slippers with no socks
Yeah.
and his little ankles out. I saw a meme, someone taking the piss saying it's so that he could wear his ankle monitor more easily. Oh, my God.
Right. Ready? Fire away. While Stephen was missing, Cary felt neglected while his parents grieved over the loss of his missing brother. Did he?
It could have done. It could have done.
I feel like that's an odd.
He's only
Was
11.
he not missing his brother?
He's only a small child
To
himself.
start with.
11 to 18, but yes, he
A
was definitely
teenager,
11.
We've established he was definitely 11. And that's quite young. It's preteen. And
No, a response my brother would have.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
got to
made
be
it
all
all about
about
himself.
me. Yeah. Like, just come on, mate. What?
well, he was the eldest. And anyway, not saying, but saying. Right.
Yeah, not middle child. When Stephen escaped and returned home, he received massive media attention, which resulted in the 1989 release of the television miniseries we spoke about. All of this attention led to Cary feeling overshadowed. While a friend of his sister was staying over at his house, he exposed himself to her. I don't know why that's relevant. I feel like back in the 80s,
One's looking
for
at me.
teenagers,
I'm
that's
just going to
probably-
flash
gateway.
Yeah, I want to be seen.
Do you think, were you about to say back in the 80s a teenager showing his wang to a
Would
probably
not
not
have
that much
been
younger
unusual.
girl?
I don't think it would have been noteworthy. I agree.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not sure it's particularly relevant to anything in this story.
it's not
Probably
really a
just
gateway.
a random thing
Jerk
that
off.
happened in the 80s. Look
Yeah,
at my
okay.
wang. Fuck off, idiot. That's probably was the response.
I can't see it. Where is it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, he does this every time. All the
Don't
time.
worry
Every
about
time I have a friend over, this happens.
Such an attention seeker.
Yeah. At the age of 3, Cary was diagnosed with, and here we go, this is going to be fucking
When it was 3, you said.
impressive. Yes.
We
So we've
just went
jumped
back
back
in
a little
time.
bit
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
with trichotillomania, a mental health
Right.
disorder characterized by repetitive hair
Hair?
pulling. Yes.
hair.
How did you
hair,
know that?
Trick, anything with that trick, it was hair
Oh,
related.
right. Yeah. That causes
Pull
distress.
out eyelashes and eyebrows. and stuff.
Yeah.
Does he eat it? Or just pulls it
Well, I
out?
think he doesn't eat that. But
Right.
anyway, let me
No,
tell
some people
you
with
because
that hair
I've
thing eat
forgotten
it.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
Furballs.
Yeah. So that causes distress and functional impairment. Apparently, people who suffer from trichotillomania may feel tension before pulling hair and a sense of relief or pleasure afterwards. It can be unconscious or deliberate and often occurs with other disorders such as OCD, anxiety, depression, and substance abuse. Surely not at 3. Cary was put on medication,
Perhaps later. Yeah.
though the condition continued to affect him during his high school years.
That's interesting. At 3, he's pulling his hair out.
Yeah.
Well, he was diagnosed with that. I'm assuming there was
So it
some
must have
kind
been
of...
throat. Yeah, pulling his hair out. Yeah, interesting.
The resulting, continued during his high school years. The resulting bald spots led to him being severely bullied and having to perpetually wear a baseball cap.
You're a baldy and your brother was molested. Jeez, those kids at school are
Don't.
assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Delbert
would
and
have
Kate have got a lot going on.
they would have abducted
Fucking
you,
hell.
but you were bald and
I'm
you looked too
exhausted
old.
for these, Claire.
Clarky did say that, he was definitely too old, but Clarky did say that some families just have a lot.
They've got a lot on their
Yeah.
plate. I'm tired, and this one's only 3. No one's been abducted yet, and that would already be stressful.
Yeah.
That's right.
Especially
And
in
she's
those
pushed
days.
out
No, it's
3
not really
kids.
understanding.
He's
Yeah.
3 and somehow but 2 must have been twins. The sisters had to have been twins. At least one lot of them. Anyway,
The 3 sisters had to be twins, or 2 of the 3 sisters?
at least 2, if not all 3 of them as triplets.
Could have
I'm
been
fine
triplets.
with that. But yeah, okay, fine. But you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah, no, I do.
too
There's
short
a
a
lot.
period of
There's a
time.
lot of
Yeah.
popping out
Right.
babies in a short
Just-
period of time.
yeah.
Give it a break. Carey exhibited intelligence that was noted by classmates and teachers, and he was put in accelerated classes as a result.
It was smart. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Due to his cartoon contributions to the school newspaper, he was named the most creative student in his graduating class at the age of 18.
Okay.
You could be forgiven for thinking that all was going pretty well for Carey at this point, apart from his hair pulling and his cap wearing because he's bald.
And his bald patches,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
However, after graduating, he worked as a window installer at a glass company where he developed a fantasy. Ready?
Yeah.
Because a fantasy can go one of 2 ways, can't
It's
it?
going to
You
go
know?
bad way. I can tell it's
wanna-
already. It's going to
I
go a
wanna
bad way.
Find a prince and get married and live in a castle and
Something
all of
about
that.
windows and glass. I don't like it. I don't like it already. I don't like it.
I like that you're ready to cover your
I
face with
am. I got my blankie up. I'm
Or-
trying to carve myself. Yep.
Or you can have a fantasy about ramming a truck into the workplace, killing everyone there, and setting the business on fire.
Well, I mean, we've all had that.
Sam, I'm
Disney
sure lots
story
of people
right
have,
there.
but not your first job. I wouldn't have
If
thought.
you don't act on it, does it matter?
That's right. You know, I mean, I've worked in some pretty bad places.
I've never, ever, ever had
Never,
a fantasy
ever,
about killing anyone,
ever.
let alone my colleagues. I'll go on record to say that. But yes, I was just
I don't
being
think I've even had
silly.
a fantasy about driving a truck, let alone ramming one into a workplace.
no.
Like,
No, truck wouldn't be my weapon of choice if I was going to fantasize about killing everyone I work with.
but if you're going to
Which I
ram into
don't.
the workplace, a truck's a good option.
Why do you have to ram there? You work there. You just walk in.
No, but I'm just saying if
What
you're
year
going
is
to kill
this?
them
It's
by
80s.
ramming,
Oh, yeah, death by
That's
ramming,
a-
you need to do that.
yeah,
yes,
a truck's
yes,
a good.
yes.
I mean, you could get a
Truck
tank,
is a very
but
good option.
it's just not quick enough.
No, Swanee did the tank one, and the story about the person who drove all around Perth in a tank, it's very slow.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, it's everyone's run away from it. So in 1991, he tried to kill himself with carbon monoxide.
Oh.
91. So,
So
if he was
this
born
is
in
all.
62.
So 2
this
years
is
after
after
Stephen died
Stephen's
too.
dead. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Oh.
So in 1995, he was admitted to a psychiatric hospital after claiming to have had a nervous breakdown and was released after receiving treatment. He was also arrested in 1997 for possession of
This is bad.
marijuana and methamphetamines.
We're getting close
Yeah.
because it's only 2 years out now from the 10-year anniversary of why Stephen couldn't be a park.
Although these charges were eventually dropped.
Mm-hmm.
In 1997,
There it is.
I couldn't have a park named after.
Carey was
That's what I
hired.
meant. Stephen can't be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
park.
Couldn't be a park.
Correct. Yes. In 1997, Carey was hired as a handyman at the Cedar Lodge Motel in El Portal, California, just outside the Highway 140 entrance to Yosemite National Park. In February
Trump
19...
once call it Yosemite.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I feel like every time you say it, I think, didn't Trump call it Yosemite? Anyway.
Did he? Surely not.
What,
I mean, we've
far
all
out. Have you
got
heard him
If you
pronounce
read it,
pronunciations.
if you read it, maybe.
We've all got
Just-
pronunciation issues.
Watch Jimmy Kimmel on his inability to pronounce words of a country that he's from. No, look, it's fine that we
Inability to
can't pronounce them.
speak.
We're not from there, right?
Also, I can pronounce
anyway.
Yosemite. I can't pronounce Merced, although possibly I can.
but
But
you did. There you go.
yeah.
Anyway.
In February 1999, 42-year-old Carol Sund and her 15-year-old daughter Julie headed to Yosemite National Park to tour one of America's wonders.
It's going to be bad.
They were accompanied
El
by
Capitan.
Silvina Pelosa, a 15-year-old Argentinian exchange student who was staying with them for 3 months. They checked into the Cedar Lodge Motel.
I've already got Norman Bates feelings, but yeah, go on.
On the
The
15th...
name of the hotel.
It's something about the Cedar Lodge Hotel is giving me
Yeah,
Norman
it
Bates
doesn't,
feelings.
like,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like it's in a Disney movie.
No.
On the 15th of February, they spent the day visiting the park and planned to return for the next day. Back at the motel, Carol phoned her husband Jens to tell him about their day, possibly Jens, about their
Jens,
day.
yeah.
They then went to the hotel's restaurant and ordered and paid for 3 hamburgers. They then left, indicating they would return to eat their meals. They ordered the burgers, we'll just duck off for a bit, we'll come back and eat our meals. However, they never did. Jens was expecting the 3 to arrive home after 10 p.m. on February the 16th, but when he went to pick them up from San Francisco International Airport, his wife Carol, his daughter Julie, and their friend Silvina were nowhere to be seen. Initially, he didn't panic, thinking perhaps he had the date wrong, because these things actually happened back in the day and couldn't be instantly rectified via a mobile phone, text, or call.
Correct.
But the following afternoon, with no word from Carol, he called her parents and learned they hadn't heard from her either, and then discovered Julie had missed an appointment to tour the University of the Pacific in Stockton, which she hoped to attend. So just after 7:30 p.m. on the 17th of February, Jens called California Highway Patrol. A search began immediately, with police initially suspecting that they may have wandered off the main hiking paths and got lost in the park.
Before they had their burgers, anyway.
Yeah.
Like, how far are you going to go? I've ordered a burger. It'll be done in 10 minutes.
But not having the burger, I mean, it's obviously very odd, but maybe they've gone, they went back to the hotel and then they went out the next day and got lost. I think that's...
Bullshit. The burger, anyway.
Yeah, no, I think
I'm
understand.
just the kind of person who would never order and pay for a burger and then not eat it.
And then not go back, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a very good point you make. Any foul play from the family was quickly ruled out after they were given lie detector tests. The first clue arrived 4 days later when a pedestrian walking in downtown Modesto found part of Carol's black leather wallet, including her ID and credit cards. This was approximately 90 miles west of the Cedar Lodge where they'd last been seen. More than a month later, there was still no sign of the 3, even though their disappearance had set off one of the largest missing person searches in Californian history.
There's 3 of them, right? Not
3
just
of them,
one.
correct.
That's quite unusual.
Over 1,000 leads had been explored and high-tech equipment and air support had been used in the search. The family sent dozens of relatives to join the search, and they offered a $300,000 reward for information on the whereabouts of the 3. The FBI announced they suspected the 3 had been victims of a violent crime committed at or near their hotel. Relatives noted that Carol, who also shared 3 younger children with her husband, stocked her car with emergency supplies as she was a survivor. They believed that if there was a chance to protect the girls from harm, Carol would take it. Her daughter, meanwhile, was a keen organiser of a teen support group called Girls Against Violence. Then, in March 1999, Carol's rental car was found, and inside it, the charred remains of both she and Silvina's bodies. Julie
So
Sund
it's like a full month
remained
later, is it?
missing. Yeah.
Yeah, because they went missing in February sometime.
Yeah. Yep. So full month later. So Julie was still missing. Shortly after that discovery, an FBI agent in Modesto, California, was sent a crudely drawn map purporting to be from the killer. It pointed towards Don Pedro Reservoir about 40 miles away from where the car was found and contained a note that said, "We had fun with this one." The FBI...
How do you find an FBI agent to get a note to him? How do you know
it's
that?
a very... Yeah, I wouldn't know. Unless it's just gone to the office and ended up with him.
I guess if you're watching it, I guess if you've seen people interviewed and
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible. I just wondered how you'd go about it.
Well, I mean, you'd never be in a situation where you're trying to find someone to send a note to, so you wouldn't.
No.
So the FBI followed the map and found Julie's body. It was severely decomposed and her throat had been cut.
Far out.
Over the next few weeks, a task force including FBI agents and law enforcers from 4 surrounding counties arrested several known sex offenders, drug users, and ex-convicts, with a record of violence from within a 75 square kilometre area between Modesto and Sonoma. The police reckoned that the killer of the 3 women was someone familiar with the county, given the location of the car that was found. The car was hidden off a spur road where locals dump old refrigerators, cars, and washing machines. By mid-April, those arrested were ordered to testify before a grand jury in Fresno, California. 4 men were considered the main murder suspects in the initial inquiries. By the end of June, the FBI had reviewed the testimonies and the evidence linked to the suspects in custody. At that time, the Bureau stated, while no one had yet been charged, it felt that those responsible for killing the 3 women at Yosemite were already behind bars. So let me give you the names. Michael McLarwick, 42, of Modesto, Kenneth Parnell, way too old for him. Michael McLarwick, 42, of Modesto, was part of a vagabond group of methamphetamine drug users and friends centered in the Modesto area. Larwick, who grew up in Tuolumne County.
What?
In Yosemite County.
Yosemite.
Where the bodies of Carol Sund and Silvina Peloso were found, was jailed on March 16th after he allegedly shot a Modesto police officer. He had a long criminal record and had been questioned extensively by the FBI. He denied any role in the Yosemite slayings. Eugene Rufus Dykes, 32, of Modesto, and Larwick's half-brother, was arrested in March. Billy Joe Strange, 39, an El Portal parolee who worked at the Cedar Lodge Lounge and Restaurant, where the murdered women were last seen. He was arrested on March the 5th when he allegedly reported to his parole officer with liquor on his breath. The FBI pushed for Strange's arrest, but he denied any part. And Darrell Gray Stevens, 55, Strange's roommate, convicted in 1978 for rape and robbery. He was jailed on March 14 for failing to register as a sex offender. So there's some nice types kicking around this
Well,
spot.
Swanee said in the last episode that it wasn't exactly the nicest area. It's a bit naughty,
It's not even
I think
that.
he
It's
said.
that thought of like how many tourists are going into these areas and staying, or just travellers, people going through. You don't really think about this. The people that you're coming across could have these, criminal records and be like, not nice characters. And they're, working these bit jobs around, accommodation, or you staying in a hotel or motel room, watching you coming out. Oh, it's creepy.
You know how they say, be kind, you never know what someone's going through.
Oh, fuck, this is the opposite.
Right, it's exactly that. Like, come
Be a
on.
cynical bitch and assume someone's going to fucking murder you.
Fuck off, pedo.
And that can be your starting point.
That's right.
Fuck off, pedo is your starting point. But it's alarming to think, because you don't think like that, right? You don't think that, I don't know, we just assume that there's checks and balances. But in actual fact, there must be a whole host of that we cross paths with. Oh, God,
And
this is really creepy.
You're not told about stranger danger as an adult. You're told to be kind. Oh, just be
No.
nice to everyone.
Yes, you never know what someone's been through.
Yeah, that's right. Give everyone
They're
the
like
benefit of the
sizing
doubt.
the
Be
doubt.
polite.
Yeah.
Sizing you up to
and
like
then-
murder you and
As a woman,
God.
smile more.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I don't want to smile anymore. Get fucked. Fuck off,
oh,
pedo.
that's really freaked me out that there's so many people that are
It's amazing,
that
isn't
fit
it?
the bill.
Yeah.
You never know who you're talking to. I mean,
It's so true.
even when we're talking about random attackers, but
Yeah.
the statistics on female violence against women is like
So I
massive
know, yeah,
percentage of
yeah,
people you
badly.
know as well. You're just not safe.
No.
There were
As
plenty
we
of
know,
other
it's
suspects,
an epidemic.
including old mate Cary, who worked at the Cedar Lodge. However, he had no criminal record, and
He had
his
no
only
priors,
encounter with
yes.
the law was for smoking doobies in 1997.
Wow,
to your point,
he's chilled
Schmitty,
out. He's chilled out. He wouldn't be doing
yeah,
those
that's right.
things.
And to your point, if you fantasize about it but don't follow through with it,
It's just a fantasy.
it's not a crime.
Correct. It's a private thought.
But then Yosemite Park Rangers received a call from
Yosemite Park, right? That sounds like
so
that bear. What's his name? Yogi Bear, but he's like yellow.
Yellowstone. Yeah. Bear with me on this because it jumps a bit. But so they received a call from a person who was concerned about the whereabouts of their friend, 26-year-old Joie, Joey, maybe?
Joy.
Is it Joy?
I'd say Joy, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Joy.
Okay, Ruth Armstrong. Joy had been working for the Yosemite Institute for the past year and had worked on education programs through a partnership with the National Park Service. They started a search and found her decapitated body on the morning of July 22, 1999.
So the same year, yep, July.
Yep, so
Writing it down, got the timeline there.
Yeah, what are we, 5 months later?
Yeah, for February to July, yeah.
It was discovered beyond a campground adjacent to her living quarters in the Forester community, a group of 30 cabins for use by park workers. Her body was next to a stream, and get this, her head was within the water that she and her friends used for drinking water.
Ugh.
Oof, that's a lot.
So how long before someone said they were concerned and they found her? Like how long had she been missing for? Do you know?
Not very long.
Not long. Okay.
No,
It's
like
not
it
like
was
months.
She'd been missing for like a day, I think. So
Okay. Right.
yeah. Oh, so in
Far
fact,
out.
here we go. Yes.
And that
Joy
is
had-
blatant. That's like across the road from where they were staying. Oh my God.
Joy had last been seen on Wednesday, the 21st of July at the Institute offices. She was seen that day and was planning to visit a friend in Sausalito, California, but never made it. When she did not appear as scheduled, her friend had phoned the park. Police found her car in front of her cabin, packed for the trip. So she's packed, ready to go, didn't show up. On Saturday, the 24th of July, FBI agents announced at a press conference that a man was in custody on strong suspicion of the murder. The suspect was none other than Cary Stayner, 37. As I mentioned, at the time, no evidence linked him directly to the crime, and he'd been released. So, sorry, this is in the first crime.
Oh.
He'd been questioned and then been released.
Yeah.
This time around, he'd been questioned and had his apartment and truck searched and his backpack confiscated for examination. He'd then been released after questioning but told to stay in the area. After the searches of this apartment and truck, the FBI decided they should arrest him. On Friday, July 23rd, they went to do this, but he had disappeared. Now, I know this isn't relevant, but
For
kind of
God's
funny. When they finally found him, he was at the Laguna del Sol nudist colony.
What?
It's just he thought he'd
The Laguna of the
just
Sun nudist
slip off-
colony.
slip off his clothes and somehow no one would find him there.
Maybe
Don't go
because
looking at a
they'd
nudist
said
colony.
he was last seen wearing whatever. Oh, well, I better get it all
Yeah.
off then.
That's right. He was last seen wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Not anymore.
Yeah, that's right. The colony manager had seen a story on television, recognised Stayner's photo as one of his guests and notified the
colony.
FBI.
The colony
Nudist colony.
manager. I know
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
nudist colony. That's such. Just as an aside, it's such a strange thing to call it a nudist colony.
A colony.
Now that
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
about
And we don't
that's
use that
pretty
anymore.
weird.
There's still such thing as nudist colonies
Colony.
anymore.
Weird. Anyway,
Nudist
the colony
colony.
manager. What's your job? I'm a colony manager.
Yeah.
Oh,
What sort of
Right.
colony?
a nudist, of course.
The only type we all know is the nude. I can't think of any
Ant.
other colonies. An ant
I'm only
colony.
going to be the manager of an ant colony, so it must be nudist.
Space, maybe? Space colony is another one?
So now this next sentence creates a visual in my head that is probably not at all accurate, but it does make me laugh. Ascendants descended on the colony and returned him to El Portal on Saturday, where he was interrogated more. Like, Did
Did
they?
you say ascendants descended?
Agents descended. Sorry, I don't know
You
what I
said
said, but
ascendants descended.
maybe I
I'm
did.
like, what?
But agents descended. So I've got
Right.
visions of people peacefully nuding around, and then agents coming in on zip lines. I'm not sure if they have to be clothed or
Descending.
nude as well. Yeah.
Or they're coming in on
From
parachutes.
helicopters.
Colony
Parachute.
rules.
Yeah.
But can you go into a nudist colony clothed? So I'm not sure if they had to.
I think you can.
If you're a police officer, I'm pretty sure you
I
can.
feel like there's strict rules that we have at this colony, and the colony manager should have been saying, I understand what you're here to do, but there are
The
rules.
very least you could do is drop your keys.
Leave your clothes at the door. Maybe they tried to do that, and he said, no, you can't come in here without it. So that's why they had to go in over and
they had to descend. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the colony.
Anyway.
Far out.
it just belongs in a comedy movie.
It does.
That bit of
That bit, yeah.
yeah, not this
We're
bit.
going to find the nudie man. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, of which
So-
they were all there. Yeah.
On the way to his
Weird
police,
place to go to hide out, by the way. It's so odd.
that's what makes me
They
laugh.
won't look
It's just-
for me there.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah. On the way to his police interview, he confessed to a detective in the car to murdering Joy Armstrong, describing the brutal killing with a lack of emotion. And one of them described it as if he was reading a soup label, like just that sort of bland about the whole
Yeah,
thing.
cut her head off, strangled her, raped her, cut her head off, kind of thing.
Soon after,
Yeah, chucked it in the river, whatever.
Soon after, he confessed to murdering Carol Sund, Julie Sund, and Silvina Peloso. Stayner told investigators, I want you to get a hold of some producers in Los Angeles. I want a movie of the week made about my story.
Movie of the week. He's not even naming that. He knows that he's.
So
Telemovie. I just want a telemovie.
Yes, so
Straight to
there was a
DVD,
movie
LVB.
made about his brother, and he wanted the same for the world to take
That's
notice.
clearly what it is.
Like,
What a
My
friggin'
God.
loser.
oh,
My God.
I
What
just
an embarrassment.
I want a movie made out of it just for that arrest in the nudist colony. I don't care for
I
the rest
know.
of it. I just think that's hilarious.
Hilaire.
Player. Whoa. By the end of that evening, the FBI felt it had gathered enough evidence to arrest Cary Stayner for murder.
Do you think he killed people
He
so
told-
that he had a reason to get a film made out of him, or that was
Yes.
just like an aside?
Oh.
I don't think
Or
he did
was
that.
going to do it always.
I think he did at some point. I'll probably come to it, but he did say that he had fantasized about killing women or something,
Yeah, okay.
like half the county by the sounds of it. Sunday morning, they rushed him to Fresno to officially lodge a complaint, then to Sacramento on Monday, where he was put before the courts. That same day, he allowed himself to be interviewed by a reporter from KNTV. During the session, an unexpected event occurred.
He said, "Sit down."
Sit down.
You didn't even say that aggressively enough. It wasn't even close.
Sit down.
That's better. That's better.
Oh, thank God I had the opportunity to use that. I've been
Well
waiting
done.
the whole thing
That
going,
was-
is there any time to throw "sit down" in here?
That was
There it
excellent work.
Right.
In a voice that seemed relieved
Like
to be
Barnaby
unburdened
Joyce,
from
he
its
said.
depth, a long-kept secret, Stayner yelled, I am guilty. I did murder Carol Sund, Julie Sund, Silvina Peloso, and Joy Armstrong. None of the
Okay.
women were sexually abused in any way. I mean, it's a little bit Tourette's.
That's just wrong. I didn't even ask that. I was asking
Yeah.
whether or not you were happy with the direction that your
The
leader was
direction,
taking you in.
that's right.
I
She
didn't ask
said-
you who you murdered. Sit down,
Oh.
mate. Sit down.
Sit down, because I got a story for you. Completely. Like, I've got to divert from this question. It's going to be my undoing. I know.
I murdered.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Shit.
In the interview, he said he had fantasized about killing women for the last 30 years and described in detail how he murdered all the women.
Is that because he hated his mother and his sisters? Is it like their fault? It often is. It's like, Mummy didn't give me enough love because she
Yeah,
was
well, I mean, he-
mourning over my brother who'd been taken
Yeah,
away.
who'd had a really unfortunate life.
Who had the worst time of it, but I'm the victim
Make it all
here.
about yourself, Karen.
Yeah. What about what I've been through?
It's forced me to kill people.
You're right.
Oh, how horrendous.
These murders are so violent.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Correct.
He
So
really
he said
hated
he had
women.
strangled Peloso and Carol in their rented cabin in Cedar Lodge Motel, then took Julie Sun to a lake where he killed her early the following day. He abandoned the group's
poor
rental car
Jane.
with the bodies of Carol and Sylvina inside, returning 2 days later to burn evidence and retrieve the wallet, which he dumped in Modesto to confuse authorities. He said he thought he'd gotten away with the earlier crimes, but could not resist the urge to kill Joy after he struck up a chance conversation with her.
Oh,
Nice.
you wonder
Concluding,
why we don't want to be
Got
polite to
nightmares.
anyone anymore.
Bloody hell.
concluding the interview, he addressed the victims' families. I'm sorry their loved ones were where they were where the.
They were at the time.
I'm sorry their loved ones were where they were when they were. That's a very confusing sentence. Stop it, Cary. That's your next crime.
It's unfortunate that they were just there.
Crime of the English language.
It's just point is it could have been anyone. That's
Correct.
That's
That's
all
what
that
he's
was.
saying.
Any female. Yeah.
And then he goes, I wish I could have controlled myself and not done what I did.
Really?
I mean, that's exactly right.
I don't know if I'd
really?
buy that.
Oh, I'm
I
not
don't buy
buying that. I know they say be
This is
kind.
exactly what you wanted to be. You wanted some notoriety. You wanted a profile that, like, I don't know, your brother had got too much attention.
I wanted a movie. Daytime TV. I
Of
wanted
the
a movie
week.
of the week.
Movie of the week.
I even got arrested in a nudist colony to have a bit of a comedy section in the movie.
I don't mind if I come across as a shitbag as long as I'm famous.
Yeah. The trial of Cary Stayner was moved from Mariposa County to Santa Clara County in May 2002. In May 2002, Stayner pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity in the 1999
You went insane.
murder. The trial began in Judge Thomas C. Hastings' courtroom in mid-July 2002. George Williamson headed the prosecution team and Marcia Morrissey led the defence team. On Monday the 22nd, the court heard Stayner's taped confession, which he had given to FBI agents. In this, he calmly reviewed how he strangled 16-year-old Sylvina Peloso in a motel bathtub and how he, after saying he didn't do it in front of the cameras, sexually assaulted Julie Sund for hours before brutally cutting her throat.
God, that poor girl.
Oh, what a way to go. That's so bad.
Awful. He had talked his way into the room under the guise of fixing a leak and then sexually assaulted both girls and brutally murdered Carol and Sylvina in the room. He then carried
just wouldn't
Julie.
expect with three women, and I'm not blaming
No.
victims, but
No, you
Or-
wouldn't.
that you could that would
Be
happen.
safe
Like you
altogether.
feel
I
like
know,
three
right?
of you. There's safety in numbers. Yeah, it's just
Correct.
terrible.
He then carried Julie to a vista point near Lake Don Pedro, pledged his love, and then cut her throat as the
Oh.
sun rose. Like,
Oh, what a sick prick.
you are fucked, mate. The issue, therefore, was no longer who committed the murders, but whether Stayner was insane at the time and whether the confession to the FBI agents was coerced. He was determined to be sane, and the issue of whether his confession... Oh, sorry, he was determined to be sane.
He's totally
as opposed
sane.
to
He knew what he was doing
He was
was wrong.
determined that he was going to be sane.
I'm determined I'm sane.
Yeah, although I'm pleading insanity. I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. He was found to be sane.
He was sane.
And
He
the
knew what he
issue
was
of whether
doing.
his confession was coerced seemed to be resolved when, on the 24th of July, the court heard the recorded demands that Stayner made to the FBI agents that he wanted to be satisfied before he would give them his confession. Firstly, he demanded that his parents be given the reward money and then that he be incarcerated at a prison near his parents' home. Get this, but then he asked to be given a large cache of child pornography.
Oh my God.
What?
Far out.
Your brother?
Oh my
What?
God. You are wrong.
In the recording of the conversation, Stayner had said, "It's sick, disgusting, perverted. I know that. I can't go to prison for the rest of my life and be happy without seeing it."
He's never seen it before, so he wants to see it because he's thought about it for years because it happened to his
Well,
brother.
like-
Is that what he means? Or who knows, right? Who cares? It's just revolting.
Previously,
He's
the
got
defense...
no boundaries.
Nothing. Previously, the defence had maintained that the FBI had coerced the confession. In the end,
And then they said, no, you're good.
Take him.
Yeah.
he confessed without the promise of child pornography or reward money for his parents.
Imagine going to your lawyer and saying, I've got a condition.
I had...
Okay, then let us know
Imagine-
what it is. We'll see what we can do for you. And then you pull that out.
Imagine being the parent. He wanted us to get the reward money. That's nice. Oh, he wanted child pornography. What the fuck? At sentencing, Stayner bowed his head but showed no emotion as Judge Hastings sentenced him to death 3 times, 1 for each murder.
One will do, but yeah,
Weren't there 4 murders in the end?
there are 4.
So,
Okay,
yeah, when he was convicted for the other 3.
3. Okay,
Stayner was
got it.
convicted in both state and federal courts. He was sentenced to death in December 2002 and remains on death row at San Quentin State Prison. In May 2000...
But now in 2026.
In May
it's still there.
2026... Yeah,
Right.
In May 2026, he appealed his conviction on a wide-ranging number of factors. The appeal brought up the challenges he faced as a result of the kidnapping of his brother, along with the circumstances of his arrest and questioning, and the change of venue of his trial, along with the jury selection. It's a fucking cigarette Sally moment.
Yep.
The California Supreme Court upheld his convictions and death penalty.
Good. As they should. For a second there, I thought you were going to say they didn't. And I
Yeah,
would be
God, could you
very
imagine?
angry. Yeah.
That's the story I have for you. That's part 2.
It's hard to imagine that that's all in one family. Like, it's like exhausting for me to even...
Imagine being one of the sisters.
What is it, Delbert and Kate going? Oh, and the sisters. Yeah, good
So
point.
Delbert has passed away. Kay just wants to live a low profile. I could imagine, after
Understandably.
all of that, you'd be
so
going,
much shit coming at her.
I'm none of that. I don't want any of that. It's super traumatic for that to have happened in our family. I mean, imagine having the first story, how that left us all feeling, and then that.
I just, in some ways, it's so insulting that poor Stephen had so many bad things happen to him and never got a break. And Cary, who didn't have to really do any of these things, went so far, like, think about a pendulum swinging, right? You've got poor old Stephen down this end of it, which is ended up being sort of heroic in getting that kid out of that situation, and life was against him, but he was a good person. It's like he got all the good person genes, and fuckstick Cary got all the, didn't get them somehow. He missed out. Oh, just foul. Give me some child porn too. Before I go to jail, I'd like to see some, please. What? Are you just trying to piss me off now?
Yeah, I know, right?
It is a little bit like that. It's like, what's really going to tip them over the edge?
Yeah.
I know. I'll add this for maximum depravity.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I was just going to say, I wonder how much of it can be attributable or attributed to Kenneth. And I know that he'd fantasized about this for 30 years, so there's obviously a whole lot of crazy going on before Kenneth came.
Just hated
But
women. Yeah.
how much of it? I mean, what if the family had have stayed together and those feelings subsided and he ended up, but for Kenneth, maybe there's a normal family there.
Possibly, because you could argue that if Stephen hadn't been taken, that yes, he'd mature out of some of these things. He could have had a anger towards his mother or his sisters that was relatively normal, but then the abnormal situation of a younger brother being taken and, whatever that looks like, Kenneth basically, makes him even angrier.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't give him what he wanted, or they didn't nurture him, or they were too busy worrying about looking for Stephen or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then Stephen comes back, and by then the damage is done, because whether he gets a telly movie or not, by this time Cary's already made it all about himself. Anyway.
Yeah.
In some ways, I kind of get the I lost attention. At 11 years of age, my brother disappears and it all becomes about him.
yeah.
I get it, but it doesn't excuse any of that behaviour. It doesn't excuse you becoming a serial killer. You were probably a serial killer to start with.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
In all families, there's dynamics, right? There might be a child that feels that the other kids just naturally got more attention. I can think of a a family situation where the younger daughter was very talented from a singing perspective, and the mother put a lot of effort and work in that, like became a bit the stage mothery for that kid. What was the older kid's response to that?
No, that's right.
It doesn't make it okay to murder people.
Well, I think so. The flip side of it is
No.
you can be a sibling who sees the trauma that your other sibling is going through, is empathetic and supportive of that care rather than jealous of it.
I think it's really hard, though, when we're talking about in teenage years or young people,
I
to
reckon
ever expect them to have that level of emotional maturity.
I'm saying I think that's absolutely a difference that children can have.
Thingo died at, how old was he when he died? 24-ish. Cary is 29 at that point, right? So at that point, mate, by then, you really should have grown up.
Well, I mean, I think that...
Am I correct in understanding he starts his murderous rampage well after Stephen's passed?
Like 10 years later.
It's a decent period of time, right, to have adjusted to the fact that the man who had taken all the attention away was now dead as well. Get over it. Fuck's sake.
What I'm saying is I think he had the psychopathy.
Oh, he
if
did.
That's the right word.
It's not Stephen's fault. It's not his parents' fault. Correct.
To his parents and Stephen, rather than going, this happened to all of us. We're all in this. It's horrible for all of us.
He was a wrong un to start with.
There's something
somewhere along
NQR.
The way. His NQR. One of these kids is not like the others. Yeah. So I just am irritated that he's still going. He's still going, isn't he? So
he's still on death row for 24 years.
And look, I'm not.
Why is that going on so long?
Oh, because it does. They put in appeals and they muck around, and the legal system just churns so slowly that they just sit on death row or they sit on whatever. It just
which must
ridiculous.
Be awful,
and it costs more money, right? So
correct.
There's an argument about why to not have the death penalty, and apparently it's cheaper to keep people just in jail for life than it is to have them on death row. And I can only assume that is not because it costs a lot to electrocute them or however you knock them off, inject them, etc. I can only assume that cost assumption comes from the legal requirement because they keep appealing and going back through the court systems, etc., which is expensive. But it is their right.
Is it cheaper to get a truck and ram it into their cell and then burn the cell down and then rebuild the cell than it is to keep them on
I think so, probably,
death row for 24 years?
I would say it's cheaper.
Asking for a friend.
As far as I can understand it, I would say, yes, it's cheaper to smash them with a truck and then burn the cell and then rebuild it. Yeah.
I couldn't do that for next to nothing.
I mean, the cell's made of like Besser brick, right? So it's not really going to burn. So we're really just talking about getting rid of the furniture and then rebuilding the wall. What, 10 grand tops?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be. You could auction off the opportunity to drive the truck, and then use that money to rebuild.
And have the money immediately.
I just hate everything about him for some reason. Like. He's not the first.
There's not a lot to like,
be the last rapist and murderer, but that poor girl, like just the horror of those women's final hours on the earth, and I really want to torture him. I want to cut his dick off. I want to shove it down his throat. I want him to be assaulted. I want him to be beaten. I want him to suffer, really suffer. And I don't feel like
properly suffer,
24
not what he
years
thinks he's
sit
suffering.
Around and
not the suffering he's already had, because
he
hasn't
had a lot of
suffering.
No, but he didn't. I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like I'll show you. I'll show you what it feels like. I'll show you what pain is. I just really hate him. Really hate him.
It's very difficult to listen to these two stories next to each other and feel positive about the world.
Oh, true.
It's really...
Yeah, I mean, we are in a bad time, though, too.
A sad indictment. Oh, and I know we are now, but this happened a long time ago, but bloody hell.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying at the start about, I mean, imagine the parents. Yeah. Like some families go through life without ever touching that level of abuse or...
You'd hope most. You'd hope that it's most.
Yeah.
I certainly would
I mean,
hope.
God, after the first one, they'd be going, that's a bit crazy. The second one, they'd be like, what did we do?
Get a lottery ticket.
You
What are the
ignored
chances,
me because
eh?
you were so caught up in, okay, so then you... Yes. So then I went and murdered women in a most graphic and, macabre way.
Oh, that makes sense.
What else could I do?
And anyway, I'm trying to get you the money.
Got
And
any
just give
kitty
me some pornography
porn?
and I'm happy to go.
Oh, that's just that. I mean, it's
sick.
just
Fuck.
Yeah, he's a sick
I just
fuck.
can't believe he's still with us. It's a long time ago. Ugh.
repetitive drowning in sick, big vat of vomit. We'll just pop him in that for a bit.
Those poor families. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, isn't it? Like,
And they're the only people he killed that we know of?
yes, there were a couple of
Because 30 years sitting on
people
that is
suspected
questionable.
of, but when I read through them, I thought, there's not enough in that to
Yeah, okay.
bring it up because
Was there any trigger? Again, sitting on that,
Woe be me. I wasn't getting enough love and attention.
no
while
one loves me,
everyone was
and now I
obsessed
hate
with
women, and I want to kill women, and
Stephen.
I've been thinking about killing women. Stephen, fucking Stephen, fuck you, Stephen.
Steve.
And then there's,
Should have been me. No wonder he wasn't nice to him when he went back to the house.
no, jealous of him.
That adds up. I was
I mean,
like,
it's so
okay,
weird
that's
to be
really weird.
jealous of someone who's been abducted and sexually
gonna
assaulted.
It's all right.
for
get
7
you,
years.
'cause
you didn't have to
you've-
stay here while you were getting raped.
Do you know
and
how
told
much-
that you were,
No
you know what it
one
was like
cared about
here?
me.
yeah, do you know
Yeah.
how unloved I've
Sorry
felt
about
for
that.
the last 7 years?
You felt I
What you've
loved.
done to us.
I believed that they didn't want me anymore and gave me away.
Yeah. You've got a lot of balls showing up here after what you've done to this family. What? Beg your pardon?
Bloody hell.
How
So
dare you
they
come
all
home
Stephen
after
and
what you've put
Cary.
us all through?
You've got some front. Oh, for God's sake. More front than Maya.
Well, exactly.
Jesus.
After what you've done?
Oh, the little hero.
stress you've put us
saving little
through.
Timothy. Look at you.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
you. The golden
let's
child.
make a movie about poor little you.
Oh, stop it. It's
Oh.
horrendous.
Fucking hell.
I don't often like to use this word, but here's definitely the C word,
It is
isn't
a
he?
bit of a C word, yeah.
He's a prize one. My God.
As much as I love using the C word when it's appropriate, I just don't want
I'm
to
not
attach
good at
it to
it still.
him because
Yeah,
he's such
I-
a woman hater. Yeah.
I was going to say I love using the C word and I use it way, way, way too much, but not to describe someone like that. Like it's for me, it's
He's a monster.
trivial things that people do in life. I'm like, you just don't need to do that. So it's never that bad. He is just
Monstrous.
foul.
He's
Yeah.
foul. Yeah.
He's really awful, isn't he?
Well, I'll happily rot him for a bit in a big vat of sick, and then we'll ram a truck into his cell and set it on fire, and then he can wake up the next morning thinking, "Oh, that was a terrible nightmare," and will happen all over again. All right. Well, on that note,
Scary stuff.
it is. But stay
Very
safe.
unsettling.
Stay
Very
safe. Don't
unsettling, I
trust
think.
anyone, is all we've learned from that. And as we say,
Don't be kind.
honestly, you can be kind, but don't be kind to the point where your own intuition, you're stifling your own intuition.
Schmitty,
Yes?
what's a kind way of saying fuck off, pedo?
Fuck off, pedo, please.
Excuse me, pedo, would you mind fucking off?
Much, would you mind fucking off very much, please? And thank you. Yes.
Fairly soon.
Yeah. Listen to your intuition. And you don't have to be nice. You don't have to smile. If a
No,
guy
you
is
really
bothering
don't.
you, you can walk away from it. It's fine. As I keep seeing in memes as a middle-aged woman, I'm not responsible for your fucking comfort. Sort
Yep.
yourself out. On that note, as we say every week, miss you already.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Trial by Wine. You can contact us at trialbywine@gmail.com. Please rate, review and subscribe to Trial by Wine on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. If you'd like to support us, you can become a patron at www.patreon.com, Trial by Wine, or visit our website www.trialbywine.com to donate to us. Your support will help us cover many more cases and apply wacky sentences. We really appreciate you listening and hope you tell everyone about us. Our cover art is by John Christo and music is by Beauchamp from pixabay.com.